About 3.5 years ago, I heard this wild story of a therapist who worked at a mental hospital for the criminally insane. And he helped heal every one of those patients, here's the punchline, without seeing any of them. Now, when I first heard this story, I thought, can't be true. This is an urban legend. Somebody's made up a big fictional story and it sounds good and you want it to be true, but that's not possible. I know about distance healing. I know about all kinds of different healing modalities. I've done a lot of them myself. I know that you can do them in a remote way. But to heal mentally ill criminals at a hospital for the criminally insane and not see them one-on-one and work with them in a therapeutic way, it just didn't make any sense to me. So I dismissed it. And a year or so later, I heard the story again, and I thought, all right, I'll go and investigate this. And I start looking. And it took a while, but I found the therapist. His name is Dr. E. Haleakala Hulen. And Dr. Hulen practices a Hawaiian healing method called self-identity Ho'oponopono. Now, there's definitely Huna out there. There's even Ho'oponopono out there. But self-identity Ho'oponopono was something completely different than what's been done before. I found this therapist. I got him on the phone. I interviewed him for a while. He gave me a lot of his time. He didn't know me at all. He didn't know where this relationship would go. And he told me about, yes, it's true. He worked at that mental hospital for 4 years. And for the first 2, he did this process all by himself, working on himself, not working on patients. He worked on himself. Whatever he noticed in the other person, he didn't try to heal in the other person. He tried to heal within himself. We've all heard you create your own reality, but Dr. Hulen took it to this extent. He said, if you create your own reality and somebody shows up in your reality that is a mentally ill criminal, you created them too, because they're in your reality. You created your own reality, and you are in my reality. I helped create you. So if I see something in that person, in his case, he was dealing with mentally ill criminals, and he sees something in them that he doesn't like, they were murderers, they were rapists, they were doing dastardly things, he doesn't try to change them. He uses self-identity, Ho'oponopono, and works on himself. As he heals what he perceives is in another, but he heals it within himself, they get better.
Wow.
Within a couple of months, patients who had to be shackled or sedated didn't have to be shackled or sedated. Within 6 months, some of the patients who were put in there for good, for life, were being released. After a year, most of them were pronounced as healed. After 2 years, that entire ward was empty.